go over just general components on the truck. We'll start from the front. You guys are familiar with the Growler. Here's our Growler. This is the starter or the motor for the Growler. This is the solenoid that controls the Growler. If this thing ever stuck on, this is an area that would be, this solenoid is used to cut the power if that solenoid is to stick on. City horn here. Got our skid plate that protects our radiator on top here. It's hard to see, but it is in there. This is our trans cooler. Engine coolant runs through here, as well as ATF from our transmission, and the function is to cool the transmission fluid. Cooler. This is our engine oil pan here. We got our front axle. We'll start with leaf pack here. These are our bolts that hold the leaf pack to the axle itself. We're used to seeing U-bolts. This particular axle has bolts. Here's our transmission. Back of the transmission, we have our transmission retarder that's used for braking applications, auxiliary braking applications. Power comes out of the transmission through our drive shaft. This is our first drive shaft out of the transmission. It's connected to our transfer case. Our transfer case allows us to be in road mode, which will just basically be a pass-through and send power to our differential to our wheels. In pump mode, it will transfer inside power from our input from our engine, and it will send power to the fire pump. Follow our drive line. Here's our differential and our rear axle. This is our rear suspension airbag. We have two on the rear, one for each side. This is our airbag, our rear airbag. Right above it is our leveling valve, which controls the height of our air suspension. It's connected to this rod here, which is adjustable. And this is our shock absorber for the rear, just like the front, same style. Here's our diesel fuel tank. This tank in particular is 50 gallons. We have two fuel necks, one on each side. This is part of the fuel neck here. These are our fuel tank straps. This is what holds the tank up in place. And this is part of our hitch system, or a rescue hitch system on the truck. We got the two on the sides and one on the rear. Okay, so we'll go over our steering components. We have our steering box. This is our steering shaft, which is connected to our steering wheel inside the cab. Comes down the shaft and it goes into the steering box. This is our pitman arm, which is connected to our drag link here. That is connected to our knuckle. Our knuckle is also connected to our center link, which connects the two knuckles side to side together.